everyone. Welcome to this video. Today we are doing part 3.
Part 3, can you believe it?
It's our first ever part 3 to anything. Part 3 of Yoseka's holiday gift guide in 2023, and today's gift guide list is focusing on the notebook collector. This is part 3 because we've been doing a little gift guide videos based off of Yoseka's 2023 holiday gift guide blog post that I wrote a few weeks ago, and it's a list of like gift recommendations for different stationery fanatics in your life.
And you change it around every year.
Yes, I mean actually this is the same as last year, except I added a couple of categories.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but I add new things to it every year because there's new items that I think work even better. So it is a new list for 2023, and today's video is focusing on the person in your life who loves notebooks.
Wow.
And at the same time, I also think that like notebooks are something that we as stationery lovers can gift not non-stationery lovers, but like people in your life who are not as stationery obsessed as you are. Do you agree with that? Like, 'cause notebooks are very practical, and I feel like everyone can appreciate a good notebook. So this list is for the notebook collector in your life, but also for the person that you kind of want to get into stationery and you kind of want to introduce good stationery to them.
That's true. Okay.
So once again, this is a blind list for Neil. He does not know what items are on this list. And we'll see if he approves.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's jump in. We are starting off with these here. Do you know what these are, Neil? I'm just kidding.
Are these leather cover?
What could they be? These are Traveler's Notebooks. Yes, good job, Neil. Traveler's Notebooks, I'll show you guys, are these leather-bound notebooks like this. They come in 2 sizes. They come in a regular size and a passport size, which is, you know, a little baby itty bitty notebook that fits in your hand, and it's the size of a passport. They come in 5 colors. There's olive, which was actually just released this year, re-released this year. There's olive, there's blue, there's camel, there's brown, and then there's black, and I don't have black because black is black. All 5 colors come in these 2 sizes, so there's like 10 different types of notebooks that you can choose from total. And the deal with these and why they're so lovely is because they are a completely customizable, personalizable notebook that you can basically reuse forever. They're really travel friendly, which is why they're called Traveler's Notebooks. And it's a really simple sort of setup, really. So if you open up the notebook, you'll see it's really just like a leather cover, and then the refills for the covers are sold separately. So you can get all these different refills. You can get a lined refill, you can get a dock grid refill, you can get different like organizational refills. There's planner refills, there's sketch paper, watercolor paper refills, so many different types. So you can pick which refills work best for the person you're gifting for. And that's what the best part is, you know, like.
And the person can switch it out.
Yeah, the person can switch it out.
If
so
the person doesn't like.
or like once they've used it, they'll probably be like, oh, I could probably use this actually instead, you know?
Yeah, in store I tell customers that if you go on a travel, like if you use it yourself, if you go on travel, you can use this cover and then do like sketchbook, and then when you come back upon your travel, you can switch it out for planning for your daily work stuff. So that's kind of the idea that people can understand, that you can switch it out yourself too.
Right. And a lot of people do kind of use this as a wallet when they travel, and even just like in life, people use it as their wallet. Like they'll put their credit cards and their like Metro cards in this, because like I was saying, they do have those nice like zip style organizational refills. So this is a very functional notebook, and I think it's just a really nice gift. It's a beautiful notebook. It ages really well. It's just one of those things that people will appreciate having in their lives, and they'll come back to it even if this is like like not the only notebook that they have. You know, I hear that a lot. It's like, oh, I have a traveler's notebook and I don't use one all the time, but every once in a while when they're traveling, maybe they'll take it out. So that is number one on my notebook collector list.
Is this number one?
No, sorry. I mean, actually, yes. This is ranked. This is actually always on the list because I really believe in these. I think these are always a great present.
Yeah.
I feel like they'd make everybody happy.
You do.
Yeah. So that's number one, the number one. And then the next thing on the list is actually these.
Whoa.
These are Midori's embroidered 5-year diaries. You can see they come with this beautiful embroidered detail in 2 colors, blue and beige. For those of you who don't know what a 5-year diary is, it's a diary that you record your memories in for 5 years.
Yeah.
And what's cool about the Midori one is, here, I'll open it up so you guys can look. What's cool about the Midori one is that it's actually not dated for a specific year like some other ones are, like Hobonichi. So you can gift this, say you gift this December 25th or something, like somebody can actually start writing in it, flip to the December 26th page and start writing in it on the next day. Oh, I received this from Evelyn, whatever. And then the next year, they come back on December 26th
so they write. They write, like, go around, and then they write right here next year, and then next year they start the same day here.
Right. Wait, what? What was that? Was that a joke?
No, it's not a joke.
Oh, okay. What do you go around?
You say next year, the person just right here, but I don't think people realize.
Oh.
You write.
Oh, go round.
You write.
Oh, okay. So like, you know, you keep writing as the days go on, and then you start writing in the beginning, all the way throughout the year, and then it's 2025 or whatever, and then you're writing on the next line.
Right.
So throughout the 5 years, you are writing on the same page as you did the previous years on that day. Gosh, I hope I explained that well. But yeah, I think it's a beautiful concept, and it's a nice gift for somebody, especially if somebody is maybe like new to journaling, new to keeping a diary, and the idea of like writing a full page a day can be a little bit scary and intimidating. So like this is really just like a few lines a day. Yeah,
you can see how what you were doing last year this time.
Yeah.
Like what made you happy last year this time.
Yeah.
Like over the 5 year, what makes you grow, you know?
I was just saying, like, if we had kept a 5-year diary for Yoseka since our 5 years, can you imagine, like, what, like, I wish we'd done that.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Like to look back on that,
cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
So it's cool for anybody who's like starting a new chapter in their lives. It's really cool, but it's also just cool in general because I think anybody's life changes a lot in 5 years.
Right.
Yeah.
This is 5 years. There's also 3 years.
Yeah, there's 3 years, and there's also 1 year.
This design, it comes with this embroidery.
Yeah. I like the embroidery. I think the embroidery is what makes it like super beautiful.
Yeah.
Super classy as a gift.
Yeah, and 10 year. Did you say 10 year?
No, I didn't say 10 year. Yeah, that's for a special someone. Special someone who can write 10 years.
It's a commitment.
Yeah, it's a commitment.
Have you finished the 10 year one?
Has anyone finished a 10 year? I'd love to hear that.
Yeah.
I'd love to have you on Inside My Pen Case.
Cool.
I love you.
Invite you to show.
Please. So yeah, also like look at the spine. Like the spine is so beautiful. It's just such a beautiful book. So this is next on my list for somebody who likes to document things, somebody who's into notebooks, or somebody who's just new to journaling. Okay. Next up, thank you.
Okay, next up.
Next up, we have, I don't know where to go next. Okay, next up, I'm going to go here. This is the Stalogy 365 Days Editor Series notebook in A5. This is the notebook. It happens to be one of our most popular notebooks in store.
It actually is, yeah.
It is, right? Yeah. Like this and like MD, I would say. Yeah. People love, just like people who don't know them, look at them, feel them, love them. It feels like a nice notebook. It feels like a really like upscale notebook, like something that you would want to give as a gift. It's simple details. It has just this gold foil on the side. Other than that, it is super minimal. Even on the spine, it's really simple. On the inside of the notebook, it has a subtle grid. And the purpose of the 365 Days Editor Series, and actually any Editor Series notebook in the Stalogy line, is for you to be able to use it as a journal, as a planner, or simply as like a notebook for note-taking, if that's what you want to do. So if you were to go the planner or journal route, up here, there are actually, in very tiny letters and words, there are the months of the year, there's the days of the week, Monday to Sunday, and there's really small numbers up here, 1 to 31, so you can indicate what day it is, what month and what day of the week it is. Right. And then on the left-hand side of the page here, there's actually really tiny, again, numbers that can signify the timeline and times for the day. So you can use all these elements to use this as like a 1 page a day planner, or you can ignore all those elements and simply use this as a notebook for work, a notebook for school, or whatever. So this is like a great notebook for somebody who like, maybe like they don't even know what they like, but they'll probably appreciate this because it has lots of different ways to use it. Right. I'll also mention that this one that I'm showing here happens to be our Yoseka Stationery version of it here. So it has Yoseka Stationery down here in this gold foil. We collabed with Stalogy at the beginning of the year in 2023 to make this notebook with our name on it in our Yoseka green. You see how it's like blending into our aprons? Can you see it now? So yeah, we really do love these notebooks. I think they're great, and they're just like very, very easy to give as gifts. So that's my pick. That's my next pick for the holiday gift guide for notebooks. Next up, we have something else which I'm very passionate about. I'm very passionate.
This is more your pick. Then
Neil is disapproving. Okay. This is so nifty. This is Hightide account and password book in all of these bright colors. There's even more than this, actually. So there's lots of fun colors that they come in. Well, I have one here. I have my own.
You want to show yours?
Yeah, but not the passwords. Not the passwords, okay? So this is the inside of the book. You can write the date, the title. So I'll have like Con Edison or something really boring. And then your username, your password, and then like notes or whatever, and the date. So that's the inside. And there's lots of pages, actually. There are lots of pages, and I've only used maybe like 5 pages total because I don't change my passwords that often. Maybe that's not a good thing. But I really love this. It has saved me from so much grief over the past I've been using it for 2 years.
Oh really? Oh my god.
I think so. Maybe a year and a half, because I don't think I used it the full year last year, but I saw it, like we started carrying it at Yoseka, and the moment I saw it, I was like, I need that in my life. So yeah, I love this. I think that, you know, gift it to your mom. My mom would love this.
That's true. I think it's perfect for someone who is not exactly using the internet a lot.
Like me?
Like your like parents, for example.
Ashley has one too. She's Gen Z, okay? She's Gen Z. She's our Gen Z voice.
Okay. I actually have a lot of accounts.
Yeah.
Different places. So to find the password somewhere in a notebook can be hard for me.
I think you need one more than anything. I'm often trying to log into Neil's account, and I'm like, Neil, what's your password?
If your parents, for example, they only use like Apple ID, Gmail.
Yeah.
Then.
And it's all the same password.
This is kind of perfect for them.
Yeah. So a good gift for moms, I would say. Okay. Last up in our notebooks is actually, this is my notebook. I'm going to show it. I had to do a plug for my notebook. This is a notebook I really, really love. It's the Life Kleid notebook, Noble Note notebook section. And this is the A5 size in black.
You have a B6, right?
I had a B6. I finished it.
Wow.
So it has a tiny 2mm grid. I usually don't write in it, like you can see, or I don't always, I wrote a recipe here. It has a tiny 2mm grid. I don't usually write in it. Sometimes I scribble some things down, but sometimes, like when I was testing out the ultra extra fine nib, I wrote in the tiny grid and it was so satisfying. Wow. So this would be great for somebody who has small handwriting, but also it doesn't need to be limited to somebody who has small handwriting. I love that the paper is cream, but there are also white options depending on the color of the cover. And I love the smooth Life paper. Yeah. I did a Fountain Pen Inks Explained video at the beginning of the year, and through extensive testing, discovered that Life paper is my favorite paper.
Yeah, extensive testing.
Extensive. It was extensive. That video took me weeks.
It took weeks?
It took me like 2 weeks to prepare for that video. Yeah. And then I have personalization stickers on it. Like this is Leanne's sticker that she gifted me. But that's my favorite. That's one of my favorite go-tos as a notebook. So that is about it for the Notebook Collector's Holiday Gift Guide list. What do you think?
That's great.
It's good. Neil approves. Neil's stamp of approval.
Except the passport.
Oh God. Password. Okay, he approves of everything except the password book.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been on me about that for like if I get my planner stolen, what would happen?
That's right.
Yeah, but that's the list. I stand by my choices. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you have anything to add on to this list for notebook collectors, be sure to let us know in the comments what you would suggest. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this part 3 of Yoseka's Holiday Gift Guide. And let us know if you want part 4.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.